Hello, in this video you will be able to learn the answer to the question yes or no, or you can even ask several questions, and there will be some description for each answer. So you can think of your question or some questions and think of a number for each question from 1 to 12. There is a timetable for each of the answers, so you can check it. Now take your time and think your answer that can be answered as yes or no. Well, choice number 1 has the card of the strength. That means that you have all the energy, potential, ability, skills, everything needed to obtain your aim, to reach your aim. There is enough energy, there is enough time, money, or you will be able to find them if you need. So the answer is definitely yes for most of the questions. In some cases that can mean sex, because it is a sexual card. So if you ask about sex, this answer is also yes. If you ask about love, that can mean that there is harmony between spiritual and physical relations. But it doesn't mean some official marriage. But maybe you will be able to persuade your partner to marry. This can be also the answer to find some new friends, partners, allies, etc. But be sensible in any case. Well, choice number 2, you have here the reversed lovers. That can mean that maybe you have many variants and possibilities and you need to choose something between them, and that thing what you was thinking about is the right one. Most often this card means yes, and this card means the necessity to choose among some variants. If you are asking about love, you need to have a very serious discussion of some questions. Maybe there is some jealousy, and keep in mind that you should decide as quickly as possible in your situation. Well, choice number 3, this is an uneasy card for you. You see, this card, 5 of Cups, represents a person who has lost something and he is suffering very much. He is crying maybe, but still he has some other values at the same time, and he doesn't even mention these values. So mainly the answer is negative. You can suffer losing something if you do it, but still you maybe will obtain something new. So the situation, your situation is somehow double, and your gains can equal your losses. If you are asking about some love relations, that can mean that there is a great break between two sides, but there is not the absolute going away. There is not complete goodbye. um, and there is something that both the sides can lose in this situation. So you must think twice what you need better. So your situation is too complicated in order to answer if you must or must not do it. Because this is your life, this is your choice, and you must do it yourself. Well, choice number 4. Here we have the reversed hermit. That means that maybe you need to go and to communicate with other people, maybe to go to some new work, to some new group of people. You have to have some contact, some new contacts, and maybe you don't wish to do it very much, but you need. And the answer is yes. You should go, you should communicate, you should make new acquaintances. But if you are asking if you will gain some new habitat, some new house, that is not the card for a house. If you are asking about improvement of health, it is not also about improvement of health. If you are asking about your love relations, it can mean that you will maybe make peace, maybe your relations will reconstruct, but they will not bring very much pleasure still. If you are asking about some business, some work, then you should develop your business, develop your communications again. You should work, you should find work, and this will be okay. Choice number 5. Here we have a situation where a person has won, but he has paid a too high price for his victory. So if you are asking if you will win, if you will get something, then the answer is yes, you will have. But the cards don't advise you to do it, to struggle for it. Maybe you will suffer because you will pay a too much price for it. If you are asking about the relations, love, then the situation is quite difficult here. That can mean that again you will struggle and win and get your partner, but maybe you will then think, what for did you do it? If you already have some relations, then you will maybe have a quarrel, have an argument, and then calm down and think, what for did I have this quarrel? Something like this. So the answer is positive, but think if you need it. Here we have the card of the Emperor, and this card describes a very authoritative leader, a very mighty man, the Emperor, a king in his kingdom. So maybe mainly this card is very positive. It can mean that there is stability, strong structure. There is all the power and might in order to gain the success. It can mean that you have enough authority, or it can mean that you can go and ask for help such a person as an emperor, a patron, a person representing the law and the power. Maybe that can mean your boss on your work, something like this. If you are asking about love, that can mean this guy is your husband, is your boyfriend, is somebody close for you, and you can rely on this person greatly. But there is one particular feature in this card. This guy is can be a bit despotic, and in 90%, this is the answer to your question is yes, but in 10% of the situations it is not. If you are asking about something that is connected with despotism, with some situation where there can be too much authority, then it is not. Well, choice number 7. Here we have the reversed Two of Swords. That can mean that your choice is very uneasy. There are two opposite directions, and they don't let things happen normally. There is some conflict. If you are asking about the relations, then there is a conflict. Mainly this card is negative, so you should be very careful in this situation. You shouldn't let other people to make you figure out a decision. Maybe that is their choice, their necessity, and this is not your business. And there can be some wrong decision from your side. So the answer is mainly no to your question, but be very careful in this situation. Choice number 8. This is one of the most positive cards, the Sun, and that can mean that the answer to your question is yes. Your business, your work will be very successful. Your love relations will bring you happiness, pleasure. Everything will be very good. Your health will be much better. You should communicate, be happy, enjoy yourself, and so on. This card is really one of the best in the whole deck. And if the question is if there is some negative things in your life, such as black magic or something bad, then the answer is no, there is nothing bad in your life. Here we have a wonderful card, Ace of Cups, and that means that there is a period of prosperity, a period of fullness of all good emotions, of everything good. Maybe there is a holiday, some celebration in front of you. Maybe simply you are feeling that some refreshing, purifying energies come into your life, or there is a huge stream of, for example, money, if you are asking about money. So this card means everything very good, and the answer is definitely yes. If you are asking about love, this card can mean very strong feelings from the side of one of the partners. Very big love. Feelings are blossoming. Choice number 10. Here we have the reversed card of Eight of Cups. That position means impossibility to go away. And this can describe a person who wants to attract as much attention as possible. So the answer is not easy to figure out. One is clear that you need communication, love, attention, and you can't go away in this situation. You don't want to go away, but still maybe you will make an impression that you go away, or it can be an advice for you to make such an impression. If you are asking about relations, love, then again there is a lack of love and an attempt to attract someone's attention. If you are asking about work, business, then there is no progress. The situation is very indefinite. Nothing is developing. So mainly the card is negative, and it means that no progress, no development, no love, real love, but only the impression. Choice number 11. Here we have the reversed Five Pentacles. Here we can see a couple of people who are very poor. They are principally beggars. And this card is one of the worst material cards. So you shouldn't expect from this card, from this situation you are looking at, any success, any joy, any material outcome. You can't rely, you can't trust. There are no perspectives. There will be only the search of exit. Do not loan any money, and there is an advice of the cards to be as careful as possible. So the answer is definitely no. And choice number 12. Here we have Six of Cups. The answer is yes. And maybe the cards advise you to go back into your past, to turn to your former friends, maybe even from your childhood or something like that, to ask old friends help. Maybe there will be some return of previous situations from the past, but mainly this situation is quite pleasant. It doesn't contain any destructive, very destructive energies. It can also mean some state of joy, feeling as a child, and this feeling is very pleasant. This card can also mean a small pleasant gift or something very short in time. If you are asking about work or business, the answer is also yes. There will be a period of joy, and maybe you will be able to rely on your former friends, as I have already said. If you are asking about your love relations, then it can mean some very tender love and friendship, some quite strong marriage, very pleasant. So on the whole, the answer is yes.